Hey, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to one more video in your live technical course on your channel MyCryptoPal. Now today is going to be an important video. First I thought that I will make a detailed video about the drawing tools, but that video got too long. I even shot that video, but then it became so long that I thought you will lose interest. So then I thought why not combine the tools with the concept, and then as and when I explain you the tool, I can explain you the concept as well. So that will save some of my work and that will give you some immediate trading perspective of how to look at it from that point of view. Okay, so before starting, there are a few terms you need to understand, guys. So the meaning of swing high, like I've written over here, and the meaning of swing low. Okay, so whenever you talk about support and resistance, you will see that there are n number of technical analysis done on YouTube or on Twitter or everywhere on social media, and you see they just keep marking top and bottom of the candles, and then they show you that these are the levels that matter. Okay, today we'll actually talk about what are the levels that matter on a larger time frame. For a shorter time frame, you need advanced technical analysis. So mostly swing high and swing low you can use for your macro perspective, that if the price action approaches these points, then you will see a major reaction happening from these zones. So from a trading perspective, this becomes a highly profitable zone. Okay, so you need to train your eyes to mark these zones, and as and when price action approaches these zones, how will you trade it? That will be the main discussion. Okay, so the best way to do this video would be to explain you on the BTC chart. As you can see that I have set up this chart layout from going back to 27th April 2020. Okay, so keep some patience with me and see how the price action plays out. And this is on a daily time frame, guys. So as the price action plays out, we will go ahead and mark swing high and swing low, and I will explain you that what is the right way to mark them and how you can actually make profit from them. Okay, so before that, let me give you a brief idea of what is this. As you can see that we are on the BTC USDT Bitstamp chart, and this is the beginning. From the beginning of BTC history, you have this chart, and you can see that this was the COVID crash on 14th of March 13th of March 2020, and you can see that Bitcoin put a new low here at 38,000 3836, and then we went up from there. Okay, so the bull run actually started from this date, the 2020 bull run, and let me just play this for you. And what we will do is we'll mark swing high and swing low. Okay, as you can see that the price pushes up here, and this is the first retrace of the price. Okay, but you can see that we are still below the last high. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to wait for price to cross the first high, and then you need to establish that okay, an uptrend has started. Okay, so here you can see that here was the cross of the high and here was the test of the high. Okay, so you can see let me just switch on my drawing tools, and then it'll be easy to explain you better like this. So you can see that here we had the high over here. Okay, and here the high was broken. Okay, now since we went above this high, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a line over here. Yeah, so you can see that this line is marked, and exactly the price action is testing this line. Okay, so that time this will be my swing low. Okay, because on this uptrend, when it started retracing, this is one of your swing low. Okay, now let's play the price further and then see that what actually happened. Okay, so here you can see that when the price came back and tested it again, it put one more low which is lower than this low. So what we can do is we can keep this here, and we can mark as well one more swing low over here. And what we can do is we can change this whole zone over here. Yeah, and then we can go ahead and delete these two lines. Okay, and just use a rectangle. Okay, as you can see that I have used two rays over here, and I have marked one important zone for you. Okay, the zone of importance. Yeah, and then you can write in this zone. What you can do is you can go to settings over here. You can see style is here, text is here. Click on the text and write swing low zone. Okay, and you can put the text inside, and you can keep it in the center. Okay, so you can increase the price over here and just you can see this is how it is marked for you. Okay, and then from there you see the price is pushing up again. So this is the first low which price is put in here. So what I will do is I will mark one more zone over here and I will let the price action play. You can see that over here the price over here was not retested back, right? But you can see it came back, tested the whole Fibonacci level of this hole. Don't worry about this, but the idea is that you got two significant lows, meaning two significant correction. Okay, so you go ahead and replace this to one more zone. Okay, and you can do the same over here, and you can just mark it one more swing low zone. Okay, let's just copy paste this one over here. Yeah, now you can see that I have one zone here and I have one more zone here. Let me just reduce this a little bit. Where we are now? Yeah, somewhere over here. Okay, and then you can see here again price put in a lower a low over here, meaning a correction happened over here. So I will mark this zone again. Okay, and I will rename this as swing low zone. Okay, so now you can see that we have marked three zones over here. Now, how to read price action is a different story, but I can see that the top of the price action is already approaching and we do not have much more way to go. Okay, so you can see the waves actually starting to curve from here, and you can see that here the price action has put in one more low. So I will go ahead and mark this zone as well. Okay, let me just elongate this zone and paste the same over here. Yeah, so you can see on the daily chart now we have marked 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we are assuming that the price is going to finish over here. That means the price is going to reverse from here. Okay, so this is mostly the top of the bull market. I will explain this to you how to predict the top and bottoms in a separate video, but today you see that as and when we created a swing low, we marked a swing low, and we marked a swing low, we marked a swing low. Okay, swing highs are same, guys. So you can see that whenever this high is done, okay, and it reverses, what you can do is you can mark the top over here. Theoretically, if you see, this will go as the swing high and this will go as the swing low. Okay, if you go by theory, this will go as swing high and this will go as swing low. So ideally, if you're range trading, then it is the best way to do, because you can see that in this condition over here, you can see price put in a single wave over here. Okay, and when the wave broke, when it broke over here, we established a low and then we went up. Okay, so my swing high should be this and my swing low should be this, but I change it a little bit because if you are in an uptrend, every retrace should be an important zone. So I call that a swing low zone. Okay, that means that the price has put in a low and it has swung from there, it has gone to the upside from there. So this is the zone, this is the zone, this is the zone, and then this is the zone. Okay, so this is how you mark. And if you want to take trades from swing high, it comes very easy that you've marked the swing high over here. As and when the price crosses the swing high, you can enter a long, depending that you have established that we are in an uptrend. Okay, so wherever the price you saw shifted over here, it shoots up, shifted over here, it shoots up, and then shifted over here, it shoots up. Okay, so these are the ways you can do swing high trading, but that is not important for now. Let's just discuss about swing low zone. So as you can see that we have marked 4 zones over here. Let me just play this price action. So the concept over here is, guys, you will always see that in an uptrend, whatever the supports prices have put for themselves, or they have tested and marked a support zone, the same zone is going to be tested in a bear market. Okay, that is the only thing which price does. There is no rocket science in this, and it is very easy and everyone can understand this. All you need to do is, whenever the price is going in an uptrend, you need to mark major support zones or major swing low zones from which the price got a reaction from. Okay, and then you can see from here we entered a bear market, and you can see on the first swing low zone over here the price consolidated and found support. Okay, and you can see that this zone was completely negated, but if you go in the lower time frames, you can see that this zone was also respected, but because a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers were there in this zone, so price dropped to the next possible zone. Okay, so now you can see that this zone currently gave a lot of support to Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin went up and put in more higher highs, right? So you can see that this is the uptrend which Bitcoin did over here, and at 69,000 the uptrend got finished. Okay, so you can see that in this push over here, this became one important zone for me because the price had got some reaction over here. And if we move on, then you can see that whenever price came back to this zone over here, we got a reaction again. And let's see what happened after that. Then you can see that since we marked this zone, price again reacts from that zone. Okay, so you can see that whenever price is coming to this zone, it is reacting quite nicely. So that is the importance of the zone. Okay, so you can see that all price is doing is it is testing zone after zone after zone. Okay, there is no rocket science in this. As you can see here, this zone broke, and then this was the next support zone. Okay, price started consolidating over here, and when it broke, it again consolidated in this zone. Okay, now you can see that currently we are somewhere over here now, and we are coming back to retest the zones. And that is why it is quite easy. If you see that people are calling for 10k Bitcoin, now this is how they arrive to 10k Bitcoin. So there is no element of surprise here, and you can predict this for yourself as well. Because if this zone of 17,560 to 16,247 or 16,000, let's round it up, if this breaks, then the next support zone is right over here down, which is exactly at 10k. Okay, so this is how people come to the 10k notion, that this is what is going to happen, and there is nothing else. Okay, so you can see that from this zone, as in when I marked, you can see whenever price comes to this zone, okay, let's say you were here, price put in a higher high and came back, you could have placed your first order over here. Okay, you can see whenever price entered this zone, you would have got easily a trade. You can see this candle from here to here is almost 13.5%. Let me just increase the labels for you. Yeah, you can see this is 13.56%. Okay, and then when you came over here, you can see it did not tap the zone, so you wait for the zone to get tapped. You see that here the zone got tapped, and you immediately went and put in 24.36% just in spot. Okay, and you got a major bull run again from this zone, which was almost 135.68%. Okay, and then when we rejected from this zone, you could have easily placed a trade over here, and you can see we got a 20.52% return from the zone. And again, like I said, we marked this zone again. As you can see, there is some drawdown also in this trade. Not all zone happen as per, because there are other concepts you need to arrange with it. But you can see all zones are getting respected very nicely. Okay, you can see the 17,700 zone was tested for the first time after a long time. Okay, last time it was tested in December 2020, and then it was tested here. Yeah, all you have to do is put in a limit order here on spot, and you can see you could have easily made 43.35% in a bear market only. Okay, so if you just calculate that how much money you could have made in a bear market, you can see that the entry is sorted here. Okay, never say that Bitcoin does not give you good profits, because you can see here you could have easily made on every bounce 20%, 29%, so that's 49, roughly 50%, and then 17% over here, so 67, and then 47. So almost 100% return you could have easily made from these zones. Okay, so that is how you mark the zones when a price is going up. And then same thing is when a price is coming down, you mark highs again. Okay, so let me just delete all this for you. And now you can see that we are in a downtrend. Okay, that means the trend has shifted down. When we will break this downtrend will be decided on this trend line over here. In the next video, when we discuss trend line, we'll discuss more about that. As you can see that I have switched off my log scale, and you can see that this is the line I'm looking at when I'm not on log scale. And I still hope that when Bitcoin crosses this line over here, we will see some upward movements going over here. Okay, so once you mark this line over here and Bitcoin starts crossing it, then all you have to do is mark important zones. That's it. This will be your one zone, swing high zone. This will be your other zone, and this will be one more zone. Okay, so all prices to do now is go up and test all these zones. Okay, if it breaks out, manages to hold support in this level, it will go test this zone, retrace, test again, retrace, test again, retrace. That is how price goes up. Okay, it is very simple. You don't need to complicate things, and you need to look at price action from that perspective. Okay, and just mark zones and trade accordingly. So currently you can see that before this zone we are in this zone. Okay, so when Bitcoin approaches this zone again, that will be the first point of resistance. After that, all you need to do is trade zone by zone, trade zone by zone. Nothing else you have to do. Just sit and make your decisions as per this. Okay, so this is the first lesson, that you need to first mark important support zones or SR zones. So if you have heard people saying SR zones, that means support and resistance zones. And when they call support and resistance flip, that means that you can see that this line over here, which was giving initially support to Bitcoin, okay, here Bitcoin got a lot of support over here, now has become a resistance. Okay, that means support has got flipped to resistance. Okay, this is called as SR flip. It is a very simple concept. People tend to complicate it by using fancy terms, but there is nothing in it. Whenever a price pushes up, it establishes swing lows or important supports, and then all the bear market does is test those supports again and again. Okay, so if this support is broken, let's say for example this is the last support that you had marked, and let's say this is broken. Okay, this whole zone, it is broken over here. So do you think that it is wise to go and buy Bitcoin over here or here or here? It makes no sense, right? Because you know that the next support zone is right up here. So why don't you wait for this zone to come? When it comes, then you go and invest in bulk. So if it breaks, I will wait for this zone to come and get tapped, and then I will wait for Bitcoin to put some reaction, right? So don't invest your money by gambling, okay? Because someone is telling you that Bitcoin is going to pick up from here. Don't listen to them. Just mark support and resistance. If your support is broken, the next support is where? You go and find the next support in your chart and you trade. Okay, if you trade on daily time frame, the concept is this. If you trade on 1 minute time frame, also the concept is this. There is nothing else. Okay, if I switch to 1 minute time frame and I try to show you, then you can see the same thing over here also. All price does is starts testing zone. Okay, nothing else, right? So you can see on the 1 minute time frame, we were in this resistance. This was resistance, now is support. Price went up, came down, tested the zone once, went up, came down, tested the zone again, found a lot of support, went up. And then now it is coming and rejecting from this zone. You can see it went back down and then it got support from this zone, next zone over here. Okay, so you can see on the 1 minute time frame also it is working. So you don't need to worry and complicate your life thinking that what is going to happen, what is not going to happen, because if you trade from that logic, it is going to be really stressful. So I'm going to give you this advice that mark SR zones on your chart, and in the next episode or in the next session, what I'll do is I'll teach you how to draw these lines. First we will understand how to draw diagonal, vertical and support and resistance line, and then we will discuss how to draw horizontal support and resistance line, and from there you will see slowly we'll start building up our charts. Okay, so guys, I hope this video helped you, and if you are new to crypto, do join our Discord group, and you can see that in our Discord group we keep posting a lot of charts. Like today morning, yesterday night, I posted a lot of charts, and in the general chat also we keep talking to people always, and I keep telling them that keep posting your charts and let's discuss everything. Sometimes we give some calls also about trading, but mostly my point of Discord group is to try and teach people how to learn and explain them that this is the way you need to do trading, so you can do it yourself also. You don't need me for that. Okay, so that's about it, guys. So this is our Discord group. Do join it. The link is below, and please fill in the feedback form which I mentioned in my last video, and I will see you again with one more video update. Thank you, guys. Till then, take care. Bye bye.